You say to yourself, I can't go to pray it off because I am too tired. I work so hard. I have too much to do. I have too many responsibilities. That is so true. We all have busy lives. Otherwise, we're not living. Tonight we're going to talk about being tired. Being too tired to take care of ourselves. So many people think that if you're overweight, you're laying in the Barco lounger eating bonbons. Hand me another chocolate covered cherry, dear, you know. So often, we're some of the busiest people you'd ever want to meet, but we're too busy to take care of ourselves. Now we're going to talk, we're not going to labor it, we're just going to add some tips. This article here from Red Book says, Your Guide to Never Feeling Tired Again. It says every day 2.2 million Americans complain of being tired. I say only 2.2? I think there's more like 100 million. Because I go to work every day and people are like, oh, I'm tired. I mean, there's 500 there that say they're tired every day. So I don't know where they got that figure, but I think it's more. So much of being tired isn't just how we sleep, it's what we eat and how we cope emotionally. Before Pray It Off, I was an insomniac. I had to take Benadryl every night just to fall asleep because my mind was racing so much with life and its problems and its issues and how fat I was and how unhappy I was. I slept for crap. I pretty much sleep like a baby now. I'm tired, but it's a good tired. And I say the Hail Mary. Do I have a couple of nights where it's a little harder? Usually the weekend, because your schedule gets shifted a little bit. But most of the time, sleep like a baby through the grace of God. I'm going to talk a little bit about the carb cycling we talked about last week. But I think I've said it maybe 8 million times how important breakfast is. Good carb breakfast. You know, I got out that Kashi Go Lean this week, and I got the special milk and half a banana. Felt great. You are everything you eat. Your body goes through these things, the proteins, the healthy carbs. Says here, eat 3 smallish meals and 2 snacks. I even mixed whey protein with water, mixed it in a bottle, took it to work, and at 10 o'clock, I was drinking it, felt good, tasted good. It's so funny. For 3.5 years, I practically starved myself, eating like yogurts and just little things of turkey. And I was at a plateau that didn't seem to go away. Ever since I did the carb cycling, I've been eating twice as much. And my stomach, I said about, I can't believe it, my stomach's making all these noises like I'm hungry. I did better this week than I've done in 3 years. Because you have to mix it up. You have to try different things. I took my own advice. How about this? Low-fat yogurt parfait with berries and a couple of tablespoons of whole grain granola. Thanks to Beth, I now have some whole grain granola. Salmon over mixed greens. Beef tenderloin and a baked sweet potato and asparagus. Is that what you're eating? No, I'll tell you what you're eating. You want me to start reading some of these logs here? 4 pizzas of Mark's Pizza. 4 Mark's. And then I love how they even write Mark's. They're giving Mark's credit. Mark! It's not just any pizza, it's Mark's Pizza. All right, that's just one. Fill up on more fiber. Raisin bran, multi-grain. Bob and I were such fanatics. We went to the Central New York Regional Market. Okay, anybody who's ever been there on a Sunday morning, as you're going towards the back, there's an open area, and the second stand-in is run by a Vietnamese family. They were so awesome. They gave us the best vegetables. The watermelon, was it to die for? And there is 3 watermelons. Don't anyone take one of those. That's for the 6th grade graduation. We had watermelon cut up with strawberries. I had more peppers this week and Tabasco sauce and all those things that were listed to stimulate metabolism. Guess what? It does. But if you're going to have the same things day after day and you wonder why you're not losing, we're all in the same boat there. And then it talked about staying hydrated. So many times it's going to be summer, it's going to be hot. And you say, I don't like the taste of water. I mean, come on, everybody. If the worst thing you have to face this day is a bottle of water, turn your eyes to heaven and say, thank you, Jesus, guzzle, guzzle, guzzle. Then they even talk about your pee-pee. It should be clear or pale. So if you're not having clear pee-pee, then maybe you need to drink a little bit more water. Also, watch the caffeine afternoon. I drink no caffeine afternoon. None. Zero. Zip. Plus, we have no diet sodas. Diet soda's poison. I'm going to have to talk about it next week because people are drinking too much diet soda. Stress. It says, when you're stressed, splash some water on your face. Kind of hard to do at work unless you're a man. Women, you know, you're splashing water on your face, you look like a wreck. But nothing like a hot shower. Clean sheets, hot shower, it feels so good. It does de-stress it. And how many times have I talked to you about the power of dividing that stress? I'm stressed. Bob, guess what happened? And I tell him the stress is cut in half. Mom, guess what happened? There's a quarter. Anybody who'll listen, you on the corner, you want to hear what happened to me? The stress is an eighth. You need to talk about it. Also, when you feel like crap and you get dressed and you put makeup on and you do your hair, not the guys, I'm talking about the women, and you feel good about yourself, you know, how many Saturdays or Sundays you say, I don't feel so hot and I deserve to lay around. If you get dressed, you do things, the next thing you know, you're feeling better. Also music. I am a fanatic about music. If you're saying the rosary, you can play religious music, or you can do whatever you take just to get moving a little bit. Letting go of grudges. Now, I am on the blog, so I'm not going to name names, but there's a couple of people who have kind of upset me, not in the group. And I tend to go through these scenarios in my mind. I'll go, well, I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to do this. And then I create these scenarios, and I find I get really stressed while I'm painting these scenarios, because what if they say that? Or what if I do that? And then sometimes you're like, stop it, Ellen. Stop it. Stop painting these scenarios. Just stop it. Now I have the thought about what happened, and then I go, Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. You gotta let it go. And you know what's so funny? Somebody gave me something at work, and I don't know the exact quote, but I loved it because it said, be kind to people, because we're all bruised. Everybody's bruised in some way. And I need to understand that everyone's going to react differently to different things. I've got more bruises than most people. So I want to be understood, so I need to understand. Breathing. We need to breathe. One person tonight said, I'm in trouble, Ellen. The whole summer is looking at me, and there's 15 graduation parties for weddings, this, and I'm scared. We should never be scared of summer. We should say, I'm going to a graduation party, and I am going to do a walk. I'm going to make some healthy choices. I'm going to have maybe a couple of beers. Why do we think that with every party, we have to eat everything in sight, get rip-roaring drunk, so they're carrying us out in a wheelbarrow? We can look at summer and make some healthy choices. We should not be afraid of summer. Because I'll tell you why, too. My cousin who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, called me on Sunday. 17 years ago, her son with muscular dystrophy died, and she had one boy left. And Saturday, he was in the 112-degree heat, 30 years old, cleaning out a trailer, and he died from heat stroke. Heat stroke. And he said to his friends, I'm tired, I'm going to lay down. They're young, you know, I think anyone 30 is young, you know. They said, all right, see you later. You want to lay down? And he didn't wake up. That's a tragedy. That is your worst nightmare. That is so many nightmares that many people in this room have lived. Is it a nightmare to say, I don't think I'm going to have Mark's Pizzeria tonight? Is it a nightmare to say, I can drive by Pete's Polar Party? Power? I think so often we lose sight of the sacrifices of losing a little weight when we really, remember I talked about the crosses in the room? If anyone said to me, Ellen, make a choice, one of your children, or you'll be fighting the battle of the bulge for most of your adult life, I pick the battle of the bulge every day. Every day I pick it. We need to not lose sight that food is not our entertainment. I'm going to stop right there, Bob.